Live and direct from the Grayville High School Gymnasium, Grayville, Illinois. It's exciting Edwards County Lions basketball action. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dave Rigg alongside Brother Troy Rigg. We're getting ready to bring you this varsity match between the Edwards County Lions and the Grayville Bison. And we're glad to have you tuned in on WOKZ 105.9 on the FM dial, or watching our webcast tonight on my15news.com through the auspices of the NFHS network. Well, the Lions come in with a record of 2 wins against 2 losses, while the Grayville Bison come in with a record of 0-1. They've only played 1 game so far, and they lost that one to Gallatin County. I don't happen to have the score of that game, but we do know that Gallatin County did defeat Grayville in their first game of the season. You know, Troy, in past years, we always opened up the season here for Edwards County basketball at the Grayville Turkey Tournament, but that went by the wayside last year and was not renewed this year. And talking to their athletic director, Mike Stendeback, a few hours ago, he indicated they're still trying to put together something to open the season for the Grayville Bison, but so far they've not been able to do that. But it always kind of was fun to come down here and cover the Grayville basketball tournament.
Yeah, it was. It's kind of hard to get a tournament organized when you've got teams tied up in contracts with other tournaments. And some teams are reluctant to get signed up in a tournament where it's going to be a lot of mileage for them to travel to that particular tournament. So you put the effort in, and eventually you can get a tournament organized, but those things don't happen overnight.
Well, another thing that hurt the Grayville tournament was the fact that a lot of the schools that used to participate in this tournament closed. I'm thinking of the New Harmony High School.
Yeah.
They played in this tournament, and they closed that school, and I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but I know that a lot of teams we used to see in this tournament, this Turkey tournament, no longer are in existence, or if they are, they're playing in tournaments elsewhere.
Right.
And so, and it's, you know, it hurts the Grayville athletic department, Troy,
well,
because
sure.
That was a good revenue generator for the not only for the athletic department of Grayville High School, but also for the school in general. Well, the Edwards County Lions will be playing their 5th game of the season. They came out of the Cumberland Thanksgiving tournament with 2 wins and 2 losses. They lost their first game to Altamont 59-51, and then they lost to a very good KZ Westfield team 64-39, but then they defeated Dietrich 63-48, and also Oblong by a score of 61-47. Now, Troy, as we've said before on pregame shows in previous broadcasts and webcasts, the Edwards County Lions looked pretty sloppy in their opening game, but that's to be expected. It was the first game of the season, plus the fact that 4 of our 5 starters were on our very good high school football team this past season, and they didn't get to start basketball practice until about a week before the season opened. So consequently, the first game of the season up there at Cumberland against Altamont, the Lions had way too many turnovers and not very successful at the free throw lines. And as Coach Gerlach told us in the post-game interview, he was very disappointed in the performance of his basketball team. But the Lions played better basketball the next night against a very tough KZ Westfield team, who, by the way, went on to win that tournament. They cut down on the turnovers, and they shot better at the free throw line. And you could tell that they were running the offense much better than they did the night before. And then we found ourselves up against the Oblong Panthers. And again, I was kind of surprised. Oblong gave us a better game than I thought they would. But the Lions did come out with a win. And then they defeated Dietrich on Saturday afternoon to take 5th place in that Cumberland tournament. So now we begin regular season play, and the Lions face the Grayville Bison here tonight. Well, we've got a pretty good turnout here tonight, Troy.
Well, you have the rivalry going on between Grayville and Edwards County. You know, this gym is always going to be packed, and the same is true if the game were on our floor.
We'll be back with more pregame information after this 30-second timeout.
Citizens National Bank, in Albion. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kent and Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. United Mutual Insurance Company at 14 North 4th Street in Albion. When you need insurance, call United Mutual.
Let's see here, Troy. We lost our video connection there for some reason. Let's plug her back in here again. There we go. All right, we're back here at the Grayville High School gym where the Edwards County Lions and the Grayville Bison are getting ready to do battle here today. And it's time for us to give you the names of the officials for tonight's game. And Moreland Bishop McDonald's Restaurants are proud supporters of local high school sports. Stop by after the game. They have locations in Fairfield, Albion, and Carmi. That's Moreland Bishop McDonald's Restaurants, the sponsors of our mention of the officials for tonight's game, and they are out of Fairfield. Dennis Estes and Steve Baker and Ryan Chapman are the officials for tonight's game. And I know for sure Baker and Estes, they've had a lot of experience, Troy, in officiating basketball games.
Yes, that's true.
Dennis has had to kind of cut back, though, because one of his boys is a starter on the very good Fairfield Mules basketball team, and you can't blame him for wanting to be there and watch his son play rather than go out and referee a basketball game between two teams that he cares little or nothing about. So again, the officials for tonight's game: Dennis Estes, Ryan Chapman, and Steve Baker. And the mention of the referees of the game before each Edwards County game is brought to you by Moreland Bishop McDonald's Restaurants, with locations in Fairfield, Albion, and Carmi. The Edwards County Lions, 2-2 on the season, going after win number 3. And the Grayville Bison, 0-1, trying to pick up their first win of the season at the expense of the Edwards County Lions. Troy, you did mention one thing just a few minutes ago that I think does need to be expounded upon a little bit. You mentioned the rivalry that exists here between these two high schools. I remember back when I was in high school. Now, we're going back into the 60s now, okay?
Yes.
The rivalry, I would say, back then was a little more intense than it might be today.
Oh, yeah.
It was not uncommon when the two schools met, whether it was in Albion or in Grayville, that there would be an altercation between some of the students. And one time, I don't know who was involved, but one of the most vicious fights that took place between Edwards County and Grayville students was with girls.
Well, it was still active in the 80s too, Dave, when I was in high school, because I wasn't there, but allegedly a squad car got involved. So, yeah, it was still pretty intense back then. But today, nah, it's not. It's there, but it's not what it used to be.
Yeah. Now, please understand, folks, what we were talking about there, none of that stuff ever took place in the gymnasium.
No.
It was always outside in the parking lot or later on in Grayville at some ice cream shop. Yes. Or in Albion at the Dairydale that was in existence at that time.
Or on the town square, which was a little strange when the police are right there, but nevertheless.
Yeah, well, these are the good old days, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what was so good about them, but anyway, it was an intense rivalry, and we would hope that cooler heads are in existence now in the students between these. I'll tell you what I think might have helped a little bit is the fact that for a few years, Edwards County and Grayville were in a cooperative agreement for football, and several students from Grayville came up to play football for Edwards County and helped Edwards County have some pretty decent football teams back then. So that might have helped a little bit too, to cool the intense rivalry. But I can tell you this, there'll be plenty of hollering and shouting tonight for both sides of these two teams. And let's just hope that it's a good, clean game, Troy.
Right.
And that it's a good, close game. The Edwards County Lions, 2-2, Grayville 0-1. And so we're looking for a good match coming up here. We'll be back with more pregame information after another 30-second timeout.
Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools, David Cowger, and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Scott and Sheila Wallace, the parents of Justin Wallace. And head basketball coach Russ Gerlach and his family, Seeley, Max, and Clive.
Just a few of our webcast boosters. All right, both teams still out on the floor. The Bison now coming to the sideline. The Lions at the left goal. Now the horn sounds and the teams are coming to the sidelines. We likely will have the playing of the national anthem. The American flag is hanging on the wall off to our left. So we'll try to, I think I've got room here with this location to stand up without tipping the table over. So the Grayville Bison there, as you can see, are lining up in single file behind assistant coach Mark Stendeback, their head coach. Oh, here we go. And some young ladies from Grayville High School singing the national anthem. I don't know whether you could pick up much of that over our headset microphones here at Grayville High School gym. We're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineup, so Troy's going to give them to you as they are. Troy?
At guard is number 21, Cade Schnicker. The other guard, number 24, is Justin Wallace. And number 30 is the junior Camden Cowger. And number 34 is Cade Rivers. And number 42 is Marty Schmittler. Head coach is Russ Gerlach. Assistant coaches Kevin Schnicker and Eric St. Ledger. And as they get ready to do their routine, here's your cheerleaders quickly. Brianna Robinson, Erica Michaels, Sydney Etheridge, Kyler Jefferson, Katie Reed, Becca Burton, Allie Goring, Riley Delancey, Brittany Thomas, Ava Anderson, Haley Conrad, Kaylee Land, and Maddie Glover. The freshmen are Addie Cowger, Taylor Summerfield, and Sage Alka.
All right, we'll get ready now for the introduction of the Grayville starters.
And now for your Grayville.
Oh, they always jazz it up a little bit on the PA for the home team, don't they?
Can't blame them. Number 11 is a junior, Kenneth Funkhauser.
Number 15, Cole Neely.
And number 15, a junior, is Cole Neely.
Number 21, Arnaud Pichure.
Number 21 is Arnaud Pichure. He's a senior.
Number 20, Braden Hatcher.
Number 20, a sophomore, Braden Hatcher.
Number 25, Brendan Cherry.
And number 25 is a senior, Brendan Cherry. Head coach of the Grayville Bison is Brian Hucker. Assistant coaches Mark Stendeback and Torrin Lee. And quickly, your cheerleaders for them as they do their routine is Carson Robinson. She was on the volleyball team.
Yeah.
Kaylee Phillips, Kaylee Reynolds, Macy Knight, Kaylee Neely. We're going to go with Olivia Romeler, Kiki Robinson, Jaylene Coons. We're going to say Aston McCulley on this one, Tori Rose, Alexis Yon, and Olivia Knight. Any mispronunciations? Send your emails to gospeltime@earthlink.net.
Yeah, no, you can just call Troy Rigg.
No, well, I'm unlisted, so
All
they
right.
can dial all they want.
All right, here we go. Tonight's tip-off will be brought to you by Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler. For a great deal on new or pre-owned vehicles, contact Dennis Downs, Gabe McGahey, Caleb Dunn, Jeff Black, Matt Rogers, or Sheldon Bunning. Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler offers competitive pricing and outstanding customer service at 412 East Main Street right there in Fairfield, or you can get them online at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way they do business at Le Mans. Well, here we go, ready to tip it off. Justin Wallace will jumping at midcourt for Edwards County, and as soon as he turns to, I can see his number. Looks like it's going to be Braden Hatcher jumping now for the Bison. Steve Baker, the official from Fairfield, steps in with the basketball. The ball's in the air, and the tip goes off to Grayville. That's Funkhauser down the left side, sends it back to the backcourt, off there to Pachur. Again to the left side. The Bison working around the semicircle, driving to the baseline. A pass underneath, stolen away by Schmittler for Edwards County. Up to Schnicker. Schnicker down the left side, goes all the way in, puts it up no good. Wallace with a rebound, and he scores. Justin Wallace on the stick back gets the point, and the Lions jump out to a 2-0 lead. And I think they counted the basket. They finally put it up on the scoreboard. And the foul was assessed. Well, they haven't put that up there yet. There's the free throw by Wallace, and that's good. So Edwards County takes a 3-0 lead. The foul was charged to Ahmad Pecheur, Pecheur. And there's another whistle. That's a traveling violation charged to Pecheur. And so now with 7:31 on the clock here in the opening period, Edwards County with a 3-0 lead will bring the basketball up the court. Camden Cowger walks across the timeline, sends it right side to Schnicker. Schnicker, top of the key, Schmittler, down low, and there's a turnaround by Wallace, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Grayville comes out of there with it. Pachur across the timeline, comes to the left side. A corner shot is good for 3 points by Braden Hatcher. I was told earlier, Troy, this Hatcher is a dangerous boy with the basketball. All right, here's now Wallace down low, puts it up and in. Good work by the Lions. And Justin Wallace has 5 points. Grayville has 3. This is Hatcher. Shoots from the top of the key, off the glass, no good. The ball tipped out of bounds. Touch last by Edwards County. So the Bison will have it on the left baseline. And Neely will toss it in. Sends it in the corner. There's a shot from the left corner that rims out no good. That shot taken by Pachur. Up to Schnicker. Schnicker down the left side. Sends it right side. Wallace drives in. Sends it back out. Rivers from the free throw line is good, and a foul. Will they count the basket? And they will. So Cade Rivers is on the scoreboard. And the foul was assessed. Well, they haven't put that up yet. Rivers will shoot. 1 free throw. It's in the air, and it rolls out, no good. Put back up and in by Justin Wallace. Tell you what, Troy, Justin broke out in the second half Saturday afternoon, and it looks like he's continuing it here. By the way, that foul was on Funkhauser, his first. Now we've got a whistle. Traveling is the call against Grayville. That's the second traveling turnover against the Bison. 6:21 on the clock. Edwards County leading 9-3 here in the early going. Bison wearing their white home uniforms with black and red numerals and trim. Edwards County in their black numerals, or black uniforms with red numerals and trim. There goes Schmittler down the right side of the key, lays it up and in. Marty Schmittler gets his first basket of the night. Edwards County 11, Grayville 3. That was Neely with the basketball, stolen away. There goes Rivers down the right side, and a whistle. The shot, foul was before the shot. Now here comes the official over, and it looks like it's going to be against Hatcher. And the ball will go out of bounds to Edwards County. Rivers on the right side baseline gets it in to Cowger. Cowger, and the ball tipped away and stolen, but a whistle. We've got a foul against Edwards County. By the way, that foul was on Hatcher. His first, team foul number 3 against Grayville. And now we'll go with a foul against Edwards County.
I think it was Cade Rivers, Dave.
Okay.
It was.
All right, that's his first. Team foul number 1 against Edwards County. 5:52 on the clock. We're in the first period. Edwards County 11, Grayville 3. Bison with the basketball. That's Neely getting the ball off there to Pachur. Now to Hatcher in the lane. Pass stolen away. Schmittler right down the middle. Feeds it off to Wallace, who lays it on the glass and scores. Justin Wallace now with 9 points, and Grayville wants timeout. 5:36 in the first quarter. Edwards County 13, Grayville 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. Don and Linda Wallace, that is Justin's grandparents, and Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion.
Just a few of our webcast boosters. All right, back to play. 5:36 left in this first quarter. Grayville with the basketball, down by 10 points now, 13-3. This is Neely feeding it off to Hatcher. Now to the right side, it goes off there to Funkhauser. Back outside. That's Pachur dribbling, and the ball slapped away, but picked back up by Neely. Neely comes to the left side of the key, feeds it to Pachur driving in, scoops up a shot partially blocked. Rebound comes out of there to Cherry for Grayville. There's a long three-point shot, no good by Hatcher. Rebound Edwards County, but a long pass stolen away again. And there goes Hatcher driving in. He scoops it on the glass. That's no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Cowger, and a foul has been called. And that'll be against somebody on Grayville. And it's going to be against Kenny Funkhauser, and that'll be 2 on him. So with 5:02 on the clock now, the Lions will bring the basketball up the court. Cowger brings it across the line, goes right side, feeds it off to Rivers. Now to the left side to Schnicker. Schnicker thought about shooting the three. Now he does from the top of the key. That's off the rim, no good. The ball squirts out of bounds and touched last by Edwards County. So the Bison will get the ball now. This is Cole Neely bringing the ball across the timeline, holds up the left arm with the play. The pass comes to Funkhauser. In the corner, Hatcher pops up a 15-footer that rims out. Rebound comes off to Schnicker, or Schmittler, I should say. Now Cowger down to Schnicker. He drives baseline, scoops it on the glass, and scores. And that's Cade Schnicker's first basket of the night. And it's 15-3 Edwards County. Bison trying to get some points here. This on the dribble is Brendan Cherry. Now gets it off to Funkhauser. Funkhauser to the left side, driving in. A scoop shot by Pachur is no good, and he's called for traveling. That's 3 traveling turnovers committed by the Bison here. And a substitute's going to check in for the Bison, Cameron Finch. And he will replace Ahmad Pachur for 10 and counting, first period. Lions 15, Bison 3. Cowger, left side pass to Rivers. Baseline to Schmittler. Over to the right side. Cowger shoots a 3 ball. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound. Schmittler sticks it back up and in. Marty Schmittler gets his second basket of the night. And it's Edwards County 17, Grayville 3. All right, this is Cherry getting it off to Hatcher. Hatcher to the free throw line. Back outside there. It goes to Finch. Finch, top of the key to Cherry. Cherry almost traveled with it. Now gets it off there to Neely. In the corner to Finch. Back outside. Cherry driving and a whistle. There's going to be a pushing foul. I think that's going to be on Marty Schmittler, but we'll wait for the official signal from Steve Baker. And it is against Marty. That's his first. Team foul number 2 against Edwards County. So the Bison get it at side court near the scorer's bench. Pass comes in from Cole Neely. Now back to Finch. Now Neely, a long 3 ball off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Schmittler. Up to Cowger. Camden down the middle of the court, goes left side with a pass. Schnicker out of the left corner, off the rim, and the rebound comes off to Grayville. Hatcher, he lost control of the ball. Schnicker gets it back. He goes all the way in, scoops it up and in. Cade Schnicker gets his second basket, and it's Edwards County 19, Grayville 3. Bison can't seem to buy a basket. Here's Hatcher, and now they do. Braden Hatcher knocks down his second 3 ball of the evening, and it's 19-6 Edwards County. Here's Cowger for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Wallace. He puts it up. That's short. Gets his own board. Puts it up again. It rims off, but a foul, and Justin will go to the free throw line. And let's see. That, I think, is going to be on Hatcher, and if it is, that's 2 on him. And Justin Wallace will go to the line to shoot 2. Free throw is good, so Justin is 2 out of 2 so far. He'll shoot another one. Substitutes in Caden Cowling and Eli Berger. Rivers and Cowger go to the line. The foul, by the way, was on Hatcher, his second. Free throw by Wallace is good again. So Justin is 3 out of 3 at the free throw line. And now Justin's going to the bench for a breather as Andrew Rotrammel checks in. So now we've got Schmittler, Rotrammel, Schnicker, Berger, and Cowling on the floor for Edwards County. 2:40 and counting, first period. Grayville with the basketball. Neely gets a screen, feeds it right side to Finch. Down low, Cherry can't shoot, back out. That is Cameron Finch, who almost lost the ball but gets it back. Now it's Funkhauser on the dribble. Funkhauser drives down the lane, runs into 2 Edwards County players, and we're going to get a blocking foul against Edwards County. I think it's going to be on Schmittler. Yes. That'll be number 2 on Marty Schmittler. And the ball will belong to Grayville on the right baseline. Neely to trigger it in. Sends it to the backcourt. Off there it goes to Funkhauser. Now to Hatcher. Hatcher gets a screen but can't do much with it. Now to Neely. Pass tipped but picked up there by Funkhauser. Funkhauser to the right side. Finch down low. A pass intended for Hatcher was knocked out of bounds by Berger, so it'll still belong to Grayville. 2:11 on the clock now, first period. Edwards County 21, Grayville 6. Neely loops the ball into Hatcher. He spins, puts it up. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound to Rotrammel for the Lions. To Schnicker. Schnicker down the right side, goes all the way in, scoops it up, no good, but he was fouled. And if that's on Hatcher, the Grayville team will be in trouble.
And
it is because from what we were told prior to the game, he's their best scorer, and he has 3 personals already. Cade Schnicker will go to the free throw line, probably to shoot 2. It's up, and it's good. Well, so far, Troy, the Lions haven't missed a free throw. Now here is Lance Collins checking in, and Hatcher goes to the bench with those 3 personals. Schnicker with 1 more free throw to shoot. 2:03 left in this opening quarter. Edwards County 21, Grayville 7. Second free throw is good, but a whistle. And we may have had a lane violation, and the free throw will not count. So one of the Lions jumped into the lane too quickly, so they wipe off that second free throw for Schnicker. And with under 2 minutes to go now, Grayville has the basketball, down 22-6. This is Neely on the dribble. He goes to the free throw line and lost the ball. Berger comes up with it for the Lions. Eli feeds it in to Cowling, who puts it on the glass, no good. And Andrew Rotrammel sticks it back up and in. Andrew Rotrammel's first basket of the night. 24-6 Edwards County. Funkhauser gets the ball off there to Cherry. Now to Neely. Neely on the dribble to the right side of the key. Loops it underneath the basket to Finch. And he scoops it over his head and scores. How about that shot by Cameron Finch? So it's 24-8 now. Schnicker faked the three-point. Feeds it underneath, and Marty Schmittler with a good feed from Schnicker gets his 3rd basket. And that's now 6 points for Marty. 26-8 Lions. And another foul at the other end. That's going to be on Caden Cowling, I think. And substitutes. Checking in for Grayville is number 32, Bryce Kester. And he replaces Brendan Cherry. Pass comes into Finch in the left corner. He finally puts up a shot that misses everything. Loose ball picked up by Schnicker. Cade down the left side behind the back dribble. Goes to the corner. Underneath Schmittler. Puts it on the glass and scores. Marty Schmittler now with 8 points here in the first quarter. It's 28-8 with 50 seconds and counting. Grayville with the basketball. That's Collins. Now gets it off to Funkhauser. On the weave, Grayville. That's Kester, number 32. And Neely drives down the right side of the key. Puts a shot partially blocked. And the ball picked up by Cowling for Edwards County. Caden on the run. Stops. Feeds it in the lane to Schmittler. Outside. Berger for 3, and he kills it. Eli Berger knocks down a 3 ball. And it's 31-8 with 20 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Neely to the left side. Finch fires a big three-point shot, no good. Rebound to Berger. Now to Schnicker. Cade now settles it into the backcourt. 6 seconds and counting. Pass left corner. Underneath in the lane, the ball, Schmittler puts it up and in. Marty Schmittler gets the basket just before the horn went off. That gives him 10 points in the quarter. And the first quarter is over. It's Edwards County 33 and Grayville 8. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Eddie and Joyce Miller, George and Shirley Tribe, Rick, Callie Allison, and Drew Wolf, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, Gretchen Gerlach, Coach Gerlach's aunt, Kevin and Kendra Schnicker, that is Cade Schnicker's parents, and Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion.
Just a few of the webcast boosters. We could certainly use more to help us cover our expenses in bringing you Edwards County Lions basketball here on my15news.com through the NFHS network. If you'd like to help us, remember it's only $2, just $2 for each webcast we do. So let us know if you'd be willing to help us out. Send me a message through Facebook and we'll get you on our next game. All right, the horn has sounded. Teams are coming back to the court. Edwards County with a very successful first quarter, scoring 33 points, while Grayville could manage only 8. And as we start the second quarter, Edwards County will have the basketball. Cade Rivers will trigger it in. And the whistle sounds and the pass comes into Camden Cowger. Camden sends it left side off here to Cowling. Back over to Cowger. And a pass cross court to Rivers. Underneath, Cowling puts it up and in. Good teamwork there by Edwards County. And Caden Cowling gets his first basket of the night. And it's 35-8 Lions. Funkhauser on the dribble down the left side. Goes all the way in. Puts it up and in. Good driving layup by Kenny Funkhauser. That's his first basket of the night. And with 7:30 to play in the first half, Edwards County leading 35-10. Here's Wallace on the left side. Feeds it to the baseline to Rotrammel, out to Rivers. Rivers underneath, Cowling puts it up on the glass, no good. Rebound Rotrammel, and that's good. Andrew Rotrammel gets his second basket of the night. He has 4 points now, and it's 37-10 Edwards County. Grayville with the ball, Finch. Hands it off now. Funkhauser's on the dribble. He sends it to the backcourt to Neely. Neely loops it to the corner, off there to Kester. Now out to Neely again. Neely cross-court pass over to Funkhauser. Funkhauser hands it back to Neely as the Bison work it around the semicircle. Now it goes down to Kester. Left corner pass. A long shot by Funkhauser, short. Rebound to Rotrammel. Lions will bring the ball up the court. 6:35 and counting, second period. Lions leading 37-10. Rotrammel back outside. Cowling for three. Off the rim, no good. Wallace sticks it up, no good. Again, no good. Tries again, and the third time's the charm. Justin Wallace gets the basket, and now he has a total of 13 points in the ball game. 39-10. Neely with the basketball on the dribble, comes down to the free throw line. Tried to force a shot up that was blocked. Now Kester fires one that's no good. Rebound to Rivers for Edwards County. Up to Caden Cowling, down the left side to Wallace. Justin now drives to the free throw line, stops, feeds it underneath. Rivers, too hard on the glass. Rotrammel with a rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebound cleared out by Neely for Grayville. Neely now sends it up the court to Finch. Finch back out to Neely. Neely a cross-court pass to Kester. Now it comes off to Collins. Back to Neely, and the Bison will reset. Neely in the lane. There goes Kester down the lane. The shot's no good. Rebound to Wallace for the Lions. 5:30 left in the first half. Pass intended for Cade Rivers. Slides out of bounds. Touched last by Grayville. Marty Schmittler will check back in for Edwards County. So does Cade Schnicker. And Cowling and Rotrammel will take a rest. Lions will have it on the left baseline. It'll be tossed in by Rivers. He gets it in the corner to Schmittler. Marty back outside to Cowger. And the pass popped loose. Stolen away by Grayville. That's Finch with the ball down the far side. He goes all the way in. Puts a glass shot that doesn't even get to the backboard. It was blocked. But we may have a foul. Dennis Estes walks over and he says we do have a foul. Who'd they put it on? Rivers?
I believe they did put it on Cade Rivers.
And if it is, that'll be 2 on him. And going to the free throw line for Grayville, number 5, Cameron Finch, to shoot 2 free throws. This is the first free throw attempt by the Bison in this game. The first one's no good. Grayville scoring a total of 10 points, or 8 points, I should say, in the first quarter. And the Lions scored a bunch of them. Second free throw, that one is no good. Rebound comes off to Schmittler. Now to Cowger. Camden sends it left corner to Rivers. Rivers one dribble, baseline pass to Wallace. He works baseline, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Justin Wallace as he tried to bowl his way into the basket. The official, Dennis Estes, calls him for the offensive foul. That's Justin's first. And with 5:06 left in this opening half, we're in the second quarter. Edwards County 39, Grayville 10. Neely, 3-point shot, top of the key, rims out, no good. Rebound to Cowger for the Lions. Camden up the court to Rivers. Cade dribbling here, goes to the corner, and the ball's knocked loose and stolen away there by Pashur, who's back in the lineup for Grayville. He goes in, lays it up, no good, but a foul, and that might be on Justin. If it is, that'll be 2 on Justin. Let's see. And, yeah, it's going to be on Justin. That'll be 2 on Wallace. And going to the free throw line now for the Bison will be Ahmad Pachur. First one is in the air, and it's good. So that makes it 39-10. And checking back into the lineup is Braden Hatcher with 3 personal fouls. He comes back into the lineup. Second free throw now from Pachur is no good. It rimmed out. Rebound to Edwards County. Cowger now on the left side. Feeds it off now to Schnicker. Schnicker behind the back pass in the corner to Wallace. Wallace cross-court pass to Cowger. In the lane, the pass for Rivers. He finally gets control of it. Back out. Schmittler for 3. It rims out, no good. Rebound to Rivers, who puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Good work by Cade Rivers underneath the basket. And I think they'll count the basket. And they do. Rivers gets his second basket of the night. He has 4 points. And the foul, well, I'm not sure. Anyway, Rivers at the line now to shoot 1 free throw. It's up, and it's good. A little slow in putting these fouls up here. The foul was assessed to Cameron Finch, his first. 4:25 and counting, second quarter. Edwards County 42, Grayville 11. Finch in the backcourt, gives it off now to Neely. Right side pass to Pachur. Pachur driving against Wallace, goes all the way down, puts it on the glass and scores. Ahmad Pachur gets his first field goal of the night. He has 3 points now, and it's 42-13. Pass in the lane to Rivers. His shot goes way over the backboard, out of bounds. And I think Cade thought he was fouled, but no call. So Grayville will bring the ball up under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. This is Cole Neely on the dribble. And the ball's knocked loose, but picked up by Braden Hatcher. Now to Funkhauser, to Neely. Neely goes left to the key, feeds it underneath. 4-step shot by Pachur is short. Loose ball picked up by Schnicker for Edwards County. And that's going to be a foul. And it's going to be assessed to Cameron Worley, who's in the lineup now for, or check that, no, it's going to be against Funkhauser. Kenny Funkhauser, and that'll be 3 on him. And now number 4. Well, wait a minute, Troy, do we have a number 4? I don't have him in my scorebook.
Let's see if there's a JV roster here, Dave. No, I don't have a JV roster. Well, no, wait a minute.
Free throw is in the air by Schnicker, and it's no good. Rebound comes off to Edwards County, put back up and in by Marty Schmittler.
Yeah, you've got a 4.
Oh, yeah, there it is, Cameron Worley. He's in the lineup now. Boy, we've seen him shoot a lot of shots in the JV game. He's a gunner. He gets the ball in his hand, he shoots it. All right, Grayville down the left side. The shot is no good on the driving layup by Pachur. Lions get the rebound. This is Cowger. Camden, I should say. Here's Rivers for 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound Schmittler. He puts it up and in. Marty Schmittler. Boy, this is his best scoring game of the year. I've got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 points already by Marty Schmittler. 46-13, Edwards County. Finch with the basketball in the corner. Hatcher drives baseline, pops it up at short, rebound to Rivers. Rivers on the run, down the right side of the key, puts it on the glass and scores. Good driving layup by Cade Rivers, and he has 7 points now in the ball game. 48-13, Edwards County. Bison will bring the ball up the court. That's Hatcher on the left side. Now rainbow pass to the other side of the court, off there to Pachur. Pachur double teamed, and the ball stolen away by Schmittler. Marty across the line, gets it off here now to Rivers. In the corner, Wallace. He's going to fire a three ball. Swish! Justin Wallace knocks down a three ball. And it's 51-13, Edwards County. Now driving down the far side, Hatcher. The ball was blocked out of bounds, so it'll still belong to Grayville. 2:09 left here in this first half. And it'll be tossed in by Cameron Worley. And here now is Hunter Mabry checking into the lineup for Edwards County. And Justin Wallace is going to take a breather. Pass comes in to Neely. Top of the key. Hatcher fakes, goes down, pops up a 10-footer short. Rebound comes off to Edwards County. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Schnicker in the backcourt, looks to the right side, sends it right side to Rivers. Cade looking at the basket, sends back out to Schmittler. Underneath pass intended for Schnicker, knocked loose. Stolen by Grayville. There goes Pachur for the layup. It's no good. Rebound comes off to Schmittler for Edwards County. Schnicker now to Mabry, who puts it up, no good. Rebound to Rivers. He puts it up and in. Cade Rivers now with a total of 9 points in the game. 53-13 Edwards County. A minute 25 and counting. Cameron Finch feeds it down low. Turnaround by Hatcher is good. Braden Hatcher gets his basket, and that'll give him 8 points on the night. 53-15 Lions. A minute 10 and counting. Cowger, pass intended in the right corner for Schnicker, is knocked out of bounds. And now here's Rotramel checking in for Schmittler. So we got Schmittler, Cowger, Schnicker, Rivers, and Mabry on the floor for Edwards County. On the right baseline, Cade Rivers to toss it in. He slaps the ball one time, sends it far up the backcourt to Schnicker. Coming up on a minute to play. Underneath, Mabry's shot no good. Gets his own rebound, but is stripped away from him. Now Pachur out on the run for Grayville. And he retreats to the right corner, lost the ball, but Finch picks it up for the Bison, and the ball knocked out of bounds now by Cade Schnicker. So the Bison will have it at side court with 50 seconds and 1/10 of a second left in this first half. This is Neely driving, can't shoot, sends it across court. Finch scoops up a shot that's blocked, and a foul against Edwards County. Here comes Dennis Estes over with the signal. And I think that's going to be against Cade Schnicker. And that'll be his first personal. Going to the free throw line will be number 5, Cameron Finch. He missed 2 free throws earlier in this quarter. It's up, and that one's no good. So he's 0 for 3 so far, but he'll get another chance. 44 seconds now left in this first half. Stay with us now at halftime. We'll be checking with Jeremy Smith back in the studios for any scores he's been able to gather in tonight. Second free throw's good. 53-16 the score. 40 seconds and counting. Cowger across the line, picked up by Worley, goes in the high post to Rotramel, and a pass stolen away by Hatcher for Grayville. Hatcher behind the back dribble, goes all the way in, scoops it on the glass, no good. Rotramel rebounds for Edwards County. Now to Cowger. Cameron crosses the timeline, comes left side with a pass to Schnicker. Schnicker loops the ball underneath the Rivers. Oh, what a pretty play that was. That was almost the alley-oop play, wouldn't you say, Troy? And Cade Rivers gets the basket. And
when it rains, it pours, Dave. A turnover on the Bison, and the ball goes back to Edwards County.
55-16 with 11.1 seconds left. Yeah, they made turnover in the inbounds play. Rivers loops it into Schnicker. Schnicker drives down the lane, puts it up and in. Cade Schnicker now with a total of 7 points. And it's 57-16 Edwards County. And now the ball stolen away, and there's the horn ending the first half. Our halftime score is Edwards County 57 and Grayville 16. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10. And 2 new boosters, Dave. We've got St. Ledger Appraisal Service. That's Mike and Charlotte St. Ledger. And assistant basketball coach Kevin Schnicker and his wife Kendra. They are the parents of Cade Schnicker. Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kitten Sunail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield.
Just a few of our webcast boosters bringing you Edwards County Lions basketball on my15news.com through the NFHS network. Glad to have you logged in watching our webcast tonight from Grayville. Well, I think they're playing the Grayville school song there, Troy. Everybody's on their feet except you and me.
Yep.
We can't do that and do our broadcast and webcast here. And the Grayville cheerleaders out there on the floor leading the cheers for the playing of the school song. You know, Troy, you mentioned while you were giving the starting lineups the names of the cheerleaders. And you were right. Several girls who are now cheerleaders were members of that very good girls volleyball team here at Grayville High School this past season. They competed in Class 1A in the state finals and made it all the way up to normal, finishing in 4th place. And that was quite an accomplishment, and I know it was a big thrill for not only the girls who got to play up there, but for all of the Grayville High School fans. You know, there just hasn't been many activities or accomplishments like that at Grayville High School in the past. So that's something that was really enjoyable for the Grayville girls and their supporters as well, as they finished 4th in the state in Class 1A in girls volleyball. All right, we are at halftime. Edwards County with a big lead of 57-16. And we will check the scoring statistics of the first half after we take another 60-second timeout.
United Mutual Insurance Company at 14 North 4th Street in Albion. When you need insurance, call United Mutual. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of Edwards County Lions sports. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools, David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Scott and Sheila Wallace, the parents of Justin Wallace. And head basketball coach Russ Gerlach and his family, Seeley, Max, and Clive.
Again, just a few of our webcast boosters. We could use more. You'd be willing to help us out. You could either just make a donation of whatever you feel led, or if you want to become a webcast booster for each webcast, remember it's only $2, just $2 for each webcast here on my15news.com. We certainly would appreciate your help in covering our expenses. All right, a little bit later here, we're going to go back to the studios, and Jeremy Smith, who is our board operator tonight, will give you any halftime scores he's been able to gather in. Let me quickly give you the halftime stats for the trailing Grayville Bison. Cameron Finch has a total of 3 points here at halftime. Kenny Funkhauser has 2 points. It's 3 points from Ahmad Pachur. And their leading scorer is Braden Hatcher with a total of 8 points. Now, Grayville, 2 players, I guess you could say, are in danger of fouling out. Their main scorer, according to what we were told, Braden Hatcher is carrying 3 personal fouls, and Kenny Funkhauser also has 3 personal fouls. Cameron Finch and Ahmad Pashur each have 1 personal foul. Grayville scoring 8 points in the first quarter, coming back with 8 more in the second quarter, and they have 16 points here at halftime. We'll check the Edwards County scoring stats after another 60-second timeout.
Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs, with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. Don and Linda Wallace, that's Justin's grandparents. Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Eddie and Joyce Miller, George and Shirley Tribe, Rick, Kelly, Allison, and Drew Wolf.
All right, looking at the scoring statistics for Edwards County here in the first half, our leading scorer is Justin Wallace with 16, but close behind him is Marty Schmittler with 14 points and Cade Rivers with 11 points. Rounding out the scoring then, we have 7 from Cade Schnicker, 4 points from Andrew Rotrammel, and 2 points from Caden Cowling. Lions scoring 33 points in the first quarter, leading at that point 33-8, and then adding in another 24 points in the second quarter, leading here at halftime by a score of 57-16. All right, Albion Auto Parts on East Walnut in Albion is your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer. They would like to remind everyone to shop locally. You can always count on your locally owned and operated CarQuest Auto Parts dealer. That's Albion Auto Parts, our sponsor of the halftime score. So, Jeremy, what have you got for us back there in the studios? Okay, very good. And we would add the JV score here in Grayville tonight earlier. Edwards County winning that one in the JV match over Grayville 61-42. And so Albion Auto Parts on East Walnut in Albion, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer, has again been the sponsor of our halftime scoring points, scoring totals. I guess really, not a lot of activity going on this late in the season and on this particular time of the year here tonight. So no wonder Jeremy only had one score back there.
There are some teams, Dave, that after playing in a holiday tournament, they take the whole week off the week afterwards. So, but Edwards County is one of those teams that wants to keep things fresh, keep things going. And we've always had the Grayville game right after a Thanksgiving tournament. So. Yeah.
So anyway, it's kind of been a tradition. The Edwards County Lions and the Grayville Bison get together to almost usually. The first game of the season wasn't so this year, as Edwards County opened up at the Cumberland tournament, while Grayville opened up with a game against
Gallatin County.
Gallatin County. I knew it was a county, but I couldn't remember which one. Gallatin County. So they are 0-1, and right now, unless they can find something in that locker room for their head coach Brian Hucker to map out for them, they're going to pick up their second loss of the season, as we will start the second half here in a little over 4 minutes, and they're down by 41 points, right?
Yes.
41 points. I would guess, Troy, that we're going to have a running clock in the second half.
That could be, Dave.
I think anytime any team gets up by 40 points in the second half, it's a running clock. In other words, they don't stop it for when the ball goes out of bounds. They don't stop it for a free throw.
Right.
They continue playing, but the clock continues running. And that's a good idea, Troy. And nobody likes to run the score up on anybody. But, you got to remember, Coach Gerlach, he can't tell the boys, okay, now just coast the rest of the way.
No, you
That's
don't
not
want to
good.
do that. No.
You get into some nasty habits doing that, going out there just coasting and not putting in your full effort. So, you put the boys out on the floor and you ask them to play. You and I got to watch the Edwards County Lions in practice last night,
right,
before the girls' basketball game. And Coach Gerlach was very specific on what he wanted the boys to do on a certain play. And if they didn't do it, he'd blow the whistle and say, do it again, Well, even though you're way ahead by 41 points here, you can't tell the boys, well, just forget about that. Just go around and run around out there and shoot the ball up and then rebound and,
And when you put when you start emptying out the bench then, Dave, the junior varsity boys, well, they want to show Coach Gerlach what they're capable of in hopes to increase their playing time.
Well, my guess is we're going to see some JV players here in a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we're going to take another 60-second timeout before we start this second half. So right back we go to a 60-second break.
Citizens National Bank in Albion. Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance Agent in Albion. Kenton Sune Levenale's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. United Mutual Insurance Company at 14 North 4th Street in Albion. When you need insurance, call United Mutual.
Just looking here, Troy, at the schedule for the Edwards County Lions boys basketball team. Looks like next Monday, December 3rd, the freshman and sophomore Lions will have a home game against Newton. That's not a varsity match. That's just a freshman and sophomore match. Monday night at Linda Oxby Gym starting at 6:15, the freshman game, and then the sophomore game to follow. So 1 week from tonight, December 4th, that date seems to mean something, December 4th. Next Tuesday, December 4th.
It totally escapes my mind. What could it be?
I don't know. I'll think of it after a while here, man.
I think it's got something to do with something really ancient.
Yeah, right. Anyway, the Edwards County Lions will be playing their first home game of the regular season next Tuesday night, December 4th, against the Flora Wolves. And so there will be a freshman-sophomore game and a JV game and then the varsity game. So 3 games next Tuesday night at Linda Oxby Gym against Flora.
Boys varsity has 2 home games next week. Girls varsity has 2 road games.
That's right. All right, here we go. Back to play. That was Neely with the basketball. Now it gets off Pashur. Off now to Cameron Finch on the weave. They get the ball to Funkhauser. Funkhauser guarded by Berger. So Coach Gerlach does have not the usual starting 5 on the floor to start the second half. Grayville with the ball. That's Neely left side. Outside Funkhauser. Funkhauser being guarded by Berger. Gets the ball off to Pachur. In the high post it goes to Hatcher. He can't get a shot off. Back out to Neely. Neely dribbles down the lane, puts it on the glass and scores. Cole Neely gets his first basket of the night, and it's Edwards County 57, Grayville 18. Schnicker right side, drives baseline, passes back to Wallace left side. In the post intended for Mabry, I should say, stolen away. And it's a driving layup for Kenny Funkhauser. He's got 4 points on the night now, and it's 57-20. Caden Cowling brings the ball up the court for Edwards County. In the high post to Mabry. Back out, Schnicker fires a 3 ball. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Hatcher for Grayville. Now to Finch. Up the court. Pachur drives in, and he is run into by Justin Wallace as Justin couldn't put the brakes on quick enough and ran in to Pachur. And for Justin, that'll be his 3rd personal. And at the free throw line will be Ahmad Pachur, Pecheur, Ahmad. And he missed the free throw. So he's 1 out of 3 at the free throw line tonight. He'll get another one. 6:43 left, 3rd period. Second free throw, that one rims out no good. Rebound boxed around. Mabry clears it out of there for Edwards County. Now to Cowling. Caden sends it left side to Schnicker. Schnicker back to Cowling, top of the post. It goes to Mabry, tipped away from him, but Schnicker gets it back. Now over to the right side to Berger. Here it comes to Cowling. Back to Berger in the far right corner, and the ball kicked out of bounds by Hatcher. So it'll still belong to Edwards County on the right baseline with 6:23 left, third period. Edwards County 57, Grayville 20. Berger slaps the ball on the right baseline and finally sends it to the backcourt to Schnicker. Cade drives all the way down, scoops it on the glass, and scores. Cade Schnicker gets the basket. He has 9 points on the night. 59-20 Lions. Funkhauser, right side. Out to the right side. That's Funkhauser again. Now to Pachur, top of the key. Down low to Hatcher. He turns, shoots, and scores, and he's fouled. And I think they'll count that basket. Yep, they will. Basket is good by Braden Hatcher. He now has 10 points. And substitutes, 5 substitutes in for Edwards County. Schmittler, Rowe-Trammell, Cowger, Greathouse, and Rivers into the lineup. The foul, by the way, was on Schnicker, his second. So one free throw coming up here for Braden Hatcher, and it's no good. Rebound comes off to Edwards County. 59-22 Lions. Rivers, right side. A pass intended for Schmittler. I'll get it right in a minute. Now back to the backcourt, Cowger in the left corner. Greathouse in the post to Rowe-Trammell. A pass intended for Schmittler is tipped loose, and a whistle. And here comes Dennis Estes over with the foul indication. I think it's on Cameron Finch. That'll be his second. Lions will have it on the left baseline. Out to Rowe-Trammell. Now Cowger. Camden, left side pass. Greathouse fires a three ball. Swish! Brockton Greathouse gets a three ball. His first basket of the night. 62-22. Edwards County by 40 points. Here's a long three-point shot off the back of the rim. That taken by Hatcher. Loose ball picked up by Pachur. Back to Hatcher, who shoots and scores. Braden Hatcher now with 12 points on the night. 62-24. And a pass squirts out of bounds from Cowger, intended for Rivers, and caught by one of the fans on the second row. Don't know who it was, but at least it didn't hit him in the face, Troy.
No.
62-24 Lions. Neely across the line, sends it to Finch. He pops up a 15-footer, no good from the right side. Rivers with a rebound. Now to Cowger. Camden across the line, being pestered there by Funkhauser. Now the pass right baseline to Schmittler. Rowe-Trammell breaking down the lane, gets a good feed from Schmittler for the basket. Andrew now with 6 points on the afternoon, or evening, I should say. 4:40 to go, third period. Here's Hatcher. Off the rim, no good. Loose ball picked up by Cowger. Camden now brings the ball up the court. Oh, the pass saved in, but Grayville takes it back. Pass was intended for Greathouse, but he had his back and didn't see the pass coming. Now the shot's no good by Grayville, and Rivers clears the board for Edwards County. Over to Cowger, now to Greathouse. Back out Camden. Camden, Cowger, back to Greathouse, left side, again to Cowger. Now he goes right side of the key. Spins past baseline to Schmittler. He drives in, puts it up, and scores. Marty Schmittler now with a total of 16 points on the evening. And it's 66-24. More substitutes getting ready to come in for Edwards County. 3:50 and counting, third period. Pass, I don't know who that was intended for, but Cowger took it away. Now he falls down. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Rowe-Trammell. Now to Cowger. Left side to Greathouse. Cross-court pass over here to Rivers. He shoots a three ball. Swish! Cade Rivers knocks down a three ball. Now he's got 14 points on the evening. 69-24. 3:25 and counting. There's a long one by Funkhauser that misses everything, and it squirts out of bounds. It'll belong to Edwards County. All right, we've got Wallace and Cowling and Berger and Mabry and Schnicker will be on the floor for Edwards County now. Clock showing 3:20. They've stopped it, but they really ought to be letting it run. All right, Cowling gets it in to Mabry in the post. Down low, Wallace Justin works in, puts it up, and scores. Justin Wallace now with 18 points on the night. 71-24 Edwards County. Pass to Neely. Neely one dribble. Right side pass intended for Finch. Tipped out of bounds. Touched last by Edwards County. So the Bison will get it at side court. Cole Neely to trigger it in. He gets the ball there from Ryan Chapman, the official. Pass comes in to Hatcher. Back to Neely. Pass into the corner. Pachur shoots a three-point basket and scores. Ahmad Pachur gets his first three-pointer, and he now has a total of 6 points on the evening. Pass into Mabry. Down low, Wallace puts it up, no good. Puts it up again, and that one's good. So Justin now with a total of 20 points on the night. 73-27, according to my scorebook anyway. Neely dribbling right side. Long three-point shot is good. Cole Neely hits his first three-pointer. He's got 5 points. And it's 73-30. Coming up on 2:15 to play third period. Mabry in the post. Back out to Schnicker. Schnicker drives and he's fouled. And that's going to be on Funkhauser, and that'll be his fourth. And Brian Hucker is going to send into the lineup Brendan Cherry. And who's going to go to the bench? Let's see here. Oh, it's going to be Cameron Finch. So right now they've got Hatcher and Neely and Cherry and Funkhauser and Pachur on the floor. Here's Wallace in the lane, feeds it off to Mabry, and Hunter Mabry gets his first basket of the night. 75-30, Edwards County by 45 points. Now at the other end, a shot no good by Funkhauser. Rebound comes off to Edwards County. Less than 2 minutes to play in the third period. Schnicker over here to Cowling in the post. Mabry's pass is intercepted by Hatcher, and now a foul as Hatcher was going for the basket. Going to be a foul against Edwards County and Schmittler or Schnicker maybe. I think it's going to be on Cade. Anyway, now we've got Greathouse and Schmittler and Cowger and Rotrammel and Rivers back in for Edwards County. And the foul was against Schnicker, his third. Pass comes in. Hatcher gets it over to Funkhauser. Funkhauser feeds it to Neely. Neely back out here to Cherry. And a pass tipped loose, but picked up by Neely for the Bison. Funkhauser, Cherry. Now to Neely in the backcourt. He fakes and goes right side of the key. Feeds it back out to Pachur, who drives into the lane, scoops one up. It's short. Rebound comes off to Schmittler for Edwards County. Now to Cowger. 1:10 and counting. Greathouse, left side, in the post, Rotrammel. Underneath, Marty Schmittler sticks it up and in on a good feed from Rotrammel. Marty now with 18 points in the ball game. 77-30. This is Funkhauser on the left side for the Bison. Under 60 seconds to play in the third period. Here's Neely's shot blocked by Cowger, and Cowger picks up the loose ball and brings it across the timeline. Now it's Rivers on the left side. Back out to Cowger. Again to Rivers. Down low on the baseline to Schmittler. Over here, Greathouse for three. Off the rim, no good. Marty with the rebound. The shot is blocked, but he gets the rebound again and puts it up and in. Marty Schmittler. Grayville just doesn't have anybody to match Edwards County with on size on the rebounding.
No, they don't.
Schmittler and Rotrammel and Wallace, they're just too big for Grayville to handle. Here's Hatcher from the free throw line. He hits a shot from the free throw line that should be good. And a foul. And did they count it? I think they did. I'm going to put it down that they did. Okay. Okay, the free throw is good by Hatcher. So now he's got 15 points. Yeah, 15 for Hatcher. Foul, by the way, was assessed to Rotrammel. Edwards County with the ball. Schmittler feeds it off to Rotrammel, who pops it up and in. And there's the horn ending the third period. Our score after 3 periods, Edwards County 81 and Grayville 33. Back here in 60 seconds.
Gretchen Gerlach, Coach Gerlach's aunt, Kevin and Kendra Schnicker, Cade Schnicker's parents. Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion. Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10. St. Ledger, a praiser service. Mike and Charlotte St. Ledger. Assistant basketball coach Kevin Schnicker and his wife Kendra, they are the parents of Cade Schnicker.
By the way, we could use some more webcast boosters, right, Troy?
All the time.
Helps cover our expenses in bringing you Lions basketball here on my15news.com through the NFHS network. Your subscription fee that you pay, we don't get a penny of that. So help us out, if you will, please. All right, the horn is sounded. We're ready to start the fourth and final period, and Steve Baker, one of the officials, came over and talked to the scores bench. I think he's telling him, Troy, let that clock run. Don't stop it. They should have been letting it run completely.
I think the continuous clock should have been running in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't, but anytime a team gets 40-some points ahead, that's when the continuous clock should be enforced, but it was not in the third period. I think it is now. Edwards County with the ball. Ty Schmittler's in the lineup now. Here's Greathouse in the left corner into Schmittler. Ty, that is. The ball slapped away and stolen by Grayville. Funkhauser on the run, goes all the way in, puts it on the glass, no good, but a foul. And that'll be against Edwards County. Here comes Steve Baker over with the signal. And I think that's going to be on Brockton Greathouse, his first. And it'll be Kenny Funkhauser at the free throw line for Grayville. Free throw is up. No good. He'll try another one. 81-33, our score. Lions going for win number 3 on the season. Grayville still looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-1 coming into this game. And that free throw's no good. Rebound comes off to Ty Schmittler for Edwards County. Now it goes off to Blake Mavis, who's in the ball game. Mavis, left side pass to Greathouse. Lions do have their JV team in there right now. Berger. Greathouse over here to Cowling. Cowling down the lane, scoops it up, no good. Loose ball, fought for, scramble on the floor, and Pature comes out of there with it for the Bison. Pature across the timeline, comes to the right side, sends it into the right corner there to Neely. Neely dribbles to the free throw line, tries to get into the lane, feeds it into Hatcher. He turns and pops up a 15-footer and scores. Braden Hatcher gets the basket. So he's beginning to get some points. We were told before the game he's their best scorer. Now the ball punched away and stolen by Grayville. And that's Pature driving, gets it to control. Funkhauser puts it up, no good, at a foul. And Kenny Funkhauser is going to go back to the free throw line again. Let's see here. The foul is against
3, I think, Dave.
Oh, that'd be on Blake Mavis then, his first. Funkhauser is 0 for 2 at the free throw line, make it 0 for 3, but he'll get another attempt. 5:49 left in the ball game, and the clock is running. That's the good news, Troy.
Yes.
And Funkhauser now gets ready for his next attempt at the free throw line, and that one's no good. Rebound comes off to Cowling for Edwards County. Caden crosses the timeline, picked up by Funkhauser, sends a left side pass to Mavis. He fires a 3-ball. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound to Funkhauser. He wants to run down the middle, scoops it on the glass and scores. Kenny Funkhauser. And he's got 6 points in the ball game now. 81-37, Edwards County. 5-10 and counting. Ty Schmittler out to Mavis. Mavis to the free throw line, has the ball slapped away and stolen by Grayville. Hatcher comes out on the run. He goes all the way in, scoops it up, no good. Rebound to Ty Schmittler for the Lions. Now to Brockton Greathouse. Greathouse brings it over to Mavis. Now to Cowling. Caden Cowling back outside Blake Mavis. Here's a 3-ball from Greathouse. That's no good. Rebound comes off to Hatcher for Grayville. 4:40 and counting. Edwards County 81, Grayville 37. Hatcher on the left baseline, spins, shoots, no good. Rebound comes off to Greathouse for Edwards County. Now to Mavis. Blake Mavis will bring it up. Out of the pass, knocked out of bounds there by Pature. So the Lions will get it at side court. Caden Cowling will toss the ball in. He gets it into Mavis. Blake Mavis to the right side to Greathouse. Baseline pass to Berger. Down low, Ty Schmittler feeds it off on a good give and go, but the shot was missed there by Cowling. He gets a rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Greathouse. He puts it up and in. Brockton Greathouse gets the basket. He's got 5 points now in the ball game, and it's 83-37 with 3:45 and counting. Dribbling is Cherry, and a whistle and foul. That might be on Ty Schmittler. Let's see here.
It is.
Yep, Ty Schmittler is assessed with that foul. That's his first. Are we going to be at the free throw line again? Well, I guess we are. And it'll be Brendan Cherry shooting free throws for the first time. 3:20 and counting. The clock is running, even though we're having a free throw here. We're the continuous clock situation. Free throw no good. Rebound put back up by Funkhauser, no good. But Hatcher sticks it back up and in. Braden Hatcher with the basket. 83-37. 3 minutes to go in the game. Mavis to Greathouse. Baseline corner left side, Berger. And a pass intended for Cowling is stolen away by Funkhauser for Grayville. Up to Neely, a good feed. Driving in, Pature had the layup, missed it, but a foul against Edwards County. Let's see who gets this one. Greathouse, nope, going to be on Schmittler, I think. Ty Schmittler. And if it is, that'll be 2 on him. And at the free throw line this time is Ahmad Pature. Free throw is good. So he'll try another one. That was on Ty Schmittler, by the way, his second. Second free throw by Pature is in the air, and that one is no good. Loose ball, fought for it, squirts out of bounds. Touch last by Edwards County. And I think Ty Schmittler may have got a bloody nose out of the deal, Troy, or a scratched face. He's being attended to by Rachel Stevens, our athletic trainer. And Hunter Mabry came in to replace him. Grayville has the ball out of bounds. Pass comes in to Hatcher. He pops up a 15-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Caden Cowling for Edwards County. Minute 35 and counting. Lions 83, Grayville 40. Left side pass, Cowling. Cross-court pass over here to Mavis. Blake feeds it off to Mabry. Down underneath, the shot is up and in by Eli Berger. Eli Berger gets a basket, and he's got 5 points on the evening. Edwards County 85, Grayville 40. There's Hatcher at the free throw line, gets it off to Cherry. Now to Neely. Neely drives right side of the key. Feeds a pass over here to Pature. Now a driving shot is up, no good by Hatcher, and the rebound to Edwards County. Cowling has a collision and stolen away, and Hatcher goes in. Oh, he tried to dunk it and missed it, and the rebound put back up by Neely. Good. Braden Hatcher was going to try to dunk it, but hit the front of the rim, and it's now 85-42 with 40 seconds to go. Greathouse to Mabry. He's double teamed, finally gets it out of there, hits the side of the backboard, and Lions still have got it. Here's a long three-point shot that's good by Caden Cowling. So he's got 5 points. Now at the other end, a shot no good by Funkhauser. And another whistle, but that may be the last play. The clock's running, 15 seconds. And I think they'll probably, even if the clock runs out, let the player shoot. Well, maybe not. Foul was assessed to Caden Cowling. That's his second. And there's the horn ending it. And our final score is Edwards County 88 and the Grayville Bison 42. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Scott and Sheila Wallace, the parents of Justin Wallace. Head basketball coach Russ Gerlach and his family, Seeley, Max, Clive, Don and Linda Wallace, that is Justin's grandparents. Eddie and Joyce Miller, Rick, Kelly Allison and Drew Wolf, and Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife, Jerry.
Stay with us now. Coach Gerlach will be coming up here if he remembers. We'll be talking with him here in just a few minutes. Don't forget the defensive player selection, Troy, and the free throw shooter of the game for Edwards County. That's all coming up here very shortly on the post-game show. All right, the Edwards County Lions pick up, I guess, just to be kind, but still truthful, an easy win here tonight in a non-conference game over the Grayville Bison by a score of 88-42. And we're going to now announce the defensive player of the game. The defensive player of the game is brought to you after every Edwards County game by Rigg Family Care Pharmacy at 37 West Main Street in Albion, where you get friendly, compassionate, and knowledgeable service from pharmacist Eric Rigg and his staff. CBD oils are now available for humans and pets as well at Rigg Family Care Pharmacy. Eric and his staff wish the Edwards County Lions a great season. Troy, who did you pick out for the defensive player of the game?
Well, Dave, there were several choices that could have been made, and none of them would have been wrong. But tonight we're going to go with Cade Rivers.
Cade Rivers, okay. Well, I think you're right. It was kind of up and down all night, almost like the late John Keener used to call it when he was my freshman basketball coach. He would say that's slam bang basketball, but it really wasn't. So anyway, Cade Rivers gets the name as the defensive player of the game. All right, now we're going to talk about the free throw shooter of the game, and it's brought to you after every Edwards County game, courtesy of Bailey Enterprises Incorporated, serving the agricultural needs of this area for over 80 years in Browns, Illinois. Give them a call at 618-446-5233 for all your agriculture, rock, and lime needs. Ed and Mary Bailey are proud to be supporting the Edwards County Lions and wish them a successful season. Well, our free throw shooter of the game has to be Justin Wallace, as he shot 3 free throws and made all 3. So the free throw shooter of the game, again, the sponsor is Bailey Enterprises Incorporated in Browns. Coach Russ Gerlach is here. Russ, what can you say about a big blowout win like that?
As I say, it gets to the point. It's kind of fun at the start, but then again, it kind of gets to where you just wish it would hurry up and get over. I can't tell the kids not to play hard, but at the same time, I've been on the other end of that sometimes, so it's not always fun. But we just wanted to get it over with in a way there in the second half, and we kind of mixed up our groups a little bit and just played some different people, and got to get some guys in there in the fourth quarter that don't usually play in the varsity games. So overall, that was a good night, and just kind of get it over with and start getting ready for the next 5 games are all pretty big, or next 4, I should say.
Yeah, we got Flora a week from tonight, I believe, on the
schedule.
We
got Flora and Hamco at home next week, and then the week after we go to Lawrenceville and to Fairfield. So we definitely got some work to do to get ready for those guys.
I'll tell you what, I'm really glad to see Justin Wallace breaking out. He had 16 points in that first half, came back with 4 more in the second half. We always knew Justin could be a scoring machine, and he broke out of that Saturday afternoon in the game against Dietrich, and he continued it here tonight, even though the opposition was a lot different tonight.
Oh, yeah, he played pretty well. As I say, he was able to get the ball inside and get some offensive rebounds and putbacks. I mean, I think if you look at him and Marty and Rowe, they were all both able to get some putbacks on the inside because, just flat out they were bigger than the other team. But also, I know that, we're just physically bigger than them, but at the same time, we made a lot of good plays tonight.
Right.
Still, we shared the basketball. We made some good cuts. We were able to get some layups. We were able to get wide open jumpers. It wasn't so just much. We were just that much bigger, but we did play a very good game overall. Defensively, we want to try some things tonight that we usually don't do. The kids jumped out and did it a couple times, and it worked great. I was really happy with the way they did that, and it's hopefully some of those things that we can use later in the year against some other teams.
Well, Troy and I came early last night prior to the Edwards County Lions girls basketball game, and we got to watch your team practice. And from what we saw with you guys practicing the plays, it looked like the Lions were able to work those plays just about the way you had wanted them to in practice last night.
Well, let's say we've got, even with our subs, we've got 8 guys that we know can get some points on the board for us, and we've really been trying to work some continuous and motion type offenses as opposed to so many set plays, because that way we're harder to guard. You got to worry about all 5 guys, not just one. And like I said a little bit ago, they're doing a great job of sharing the ball. They're finding the open man, and when you do that, it just makes everything easier. The only thing I would complain about is we don't pass fake real well. I felt like there's some times where we got lazy with the passes where all we had to do is make a little fake and somebody's probably wide open.
Well, again, and you kind of alluded to this, the good part about a game that's a blowout like this is you do get to play some boys that don't get to play much in the tight ball games, gave them experience, because you never know, injuries can happen in a team, and you may need these boys.
You better knock on some wood there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, you're right. We've got our kind of our 8-man rotation that we're using, but we also know that some of the other guys are capable of stepping up if needed to, and we want to give them a chance to play. They got to play against Casey a little bit the other night, and unfortunately the score was the other direction. But got to get some there in the fourth quarter and let them have a chance to do it. Eli Berger, Kyle Mavis, they got more time than they normally would. Ty Schmittler, Brockton Greathouse got in. And Caden was able to be out there to finish the game. And, Caden's usually point guard when he comes in, but that last group he's playing on the wing. So it got him not just more playing time, but a different spot on the floor. So, we're just happy, in general to get it over with. Going to take tomorrow off since we don't play until next Tuesday and start getting ready Thursday and Friday.
All right, so Edwards County girls had their first home game last night, and I thought that was a pretty good crowd that turned out for the girls.
I got there late after watching Max play, but, it looked like we had a pretty good crowd, and the girls looked like it was a tough battle until I got there. Yeah. They pulled away at the end. I thought they played really well. Coach Hinton does a great job with them. As I say, he may watch more game film than anybody I know, and there's very little that the other team does that surprises him.
Well, we look forward to seeing the Edwards County Lions with their first home match next Tuesday night. The Flora Wolves. Florida's always tough, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And so we're hoping for a big crowd next Tuesday night to back the Edwards County Lions as they have their first home match of the season against the Flora Wolves. And, Coach, we'll look forward to talking to you again next Tuesday night after another win by the Lions.
Sounds great. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. That's Coach Russ Gerlach there for the Edwards County Lions in their win tonight here at Grayville. Let's take another 60-second break, and then I'll be back with the scoring totals. You're listening to Edwards County Lions basketball. Okay, I'm just quickly making up some totals here. No, I'm not making them up.
Well,
I'm
totally not.
No, I wouldn't do that. All right, for Grayville, their leading scorer tonight, as we expected would be, Braden Hatcher scores, according to my scorebook, 19 points. Most of those in the second half, by the way. Then we go to 7 points from Cole Neely, 7 points from Ahmad Pashur, 6 points from Kenny Funkhauser, and 3 from Cameron Finch. Grayville scored 8 points in the first quarter, another 8 points in the second quarter, with 16 points at halftime. They did score 17 points in the third quarter. That gave them 33, and they scored then about 9 more points in the final fourth quarter with a total of 42. For Edwards County, we have 2 leading scorers, Justin Wallace and Marty Schmittler. According to my scorebook, both scored 20 points tonight to lead the Lions. Followed closely by Cade Rivers with 14. 9 points tonight from Cade Schnicker, 8 from Andrew Rotrammel, 5 points from Caden Cowling, 5 points from Eli Berger, and 5 points from Brockton Greathouse. And let's see, here's 2 points from Hunter Mabry, 8 points from Andrew Rotrammel. I think I mentioned that. So, Troy, your overall impressions as the Lions coast to their third win of the season tonight?
I think you said it pretty much, Dave, a little while ago there to Coach Gerlach. What can you say? I mean, they just everything that you wanted to see done well. Edwards County Lions did it tonight, Dave, and you're seeing progress from game to game from even though they lost the Casey game, there was a lot of progress there to Oblong, Dietrich, and tonight another impressive win for them. So they get a little time off, as he said. They'll be working on some things Thursday and Friday to be ready for what will be a tough Floral Wolves team next Tuesday.
Okay, let's see. Have we got a girls' game Monday night?
They're on the road.
They're on the road, so we will not. We got two boys' basketball games next week, right?
Correct.
Tuesday night, Floral will be in town, and next Friday night, is that right? The Hamilton County Foxes will be in town, and Troy and I will have that game, both games for you, on WOKZ 105.9 on the FM dial, as well as on my15news.com through the NFHS Network Video Network. Well, again, the final score tonight, Edwards County 88, Grayville 42. So until we greet you again next Tuesday night from Linda Oxby Gym as the Lions take on the Floral Wolves. On behalf of Brother Troy, this is Dave Riggs saying so long for just a little while.